Hey guys, what's up? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we're doing a video on tips to help improve yourself at League of Legends. Now, the way I came up with this video was I had basically forgotten how I improved at League of Legends myself, and while I was playing CSGO, I kind of remembered what my mentality was like when I was trying to get better at League of Legends when I was like gold in Season 1. Because, well, I sucked at CSGO and I kind of wanted to get better. And I just went into that learner's mentality, so I just want to share what the learner's mentality is like. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so for the very first tip, it's a very simple one, but have the mentality to improve. So if your focus is to improve, then every game should be a learning opportunity. If you look at your mistakes and analyze what you could have done better, you might avoid making that same mistake again. This will also help focus all the blame onto yourself instead of your teammates. Now, in CSGO, whenever I played, I would always try and improve myself in my gameplay. I did not care about my rank at all because, well, I don't think I'd ever, get Global Elite or Legendary Guardian or whatever the ranks the top players are. Not at the level that I'm at. So, yeah, I didn't really care too much about winning until I could improve. And that's basically going to be my next tip. Don't always have an expectation to win. So if you're always expecting to win, you're going to get frustrated and can definitely take that frustration on other people. And every game should be a learning experience. For instance, whenever I play solo queue, I gotta relearn the meta, see what's good, see what's not good. But when I was a noob and I was in gold, and when I hit diamond in season 2, the game kind of changed a lot for me as I was looking at it more of how these better players were playing, so I could kind of like look at their style and copy it. Because I knew I didn't belong in my ELO at the time, and I don't know how I got there, but yeah, some games I would do decent, and some games I would get smashed, and the people who smashed me, I definitely looked at how they played, because those are the people you kind of look up to. For instance, in Season 3, I definitely looked up to XJ9 and this guy named Captain Tran, where Hecarim and Vi were really good carry champions from the jungle. So I just kind of like looked at all the games and copied their playstyle and what they kind of do and learned from them. As for CSGO, I didn't really care about winning at all. It was just a casual game for me. For the next tip, always ask your high-level friends for questions and help. So I guess this is why you guys constantly ask me so many questions on my YouTube channel, Twitch, and even Facebook. And it's because you guys want to improve, which is kind of nice, but obviously I can't reply to all of them because there's so many people. So I do apologize if I don't answer, you guys' questions. But when I was playing CSGO and trying to get better, I would constantly ask my legendary ego friends, like what gun should I be using, what should I buy this round, how many people should go to B, these kind of questions. And I got a good idea of what the good items are and the bad items. And the best thing to do, of course, is to listen to them. Don't try and question their ideas. For instance, my other friend would always not listen to their advice, and even argued even though he was like, silver elo, while the legendary ego is like diamond. So yeah, it's just kind of stupid to backtalk someone who is higher rank. For the next tip, having a little competition with your friends, it's always fun to have a little competition with your friends to see whose dick is bigger in CSGO or League of Legends. Cause we all want to see who's better at a certain video game. For instance, my two friends were having a race to diamond, and whoever got there first got the bragging rights to talk shit to the other person. So, it's always good to have a little competition with your friends, as it does make it more fun, and motivates you to get better. For the next tip, personally my favorite tip, and how I probably got good at this game, was to watch streams and read guides on champions and stuff. I didn't necessarily watch too many video guides on YouTube. I think I just watched streams mostly and read a bunch of champion guides. As on YouTube, there wasn't really a lot of, high elo players back in like season 1 and 2 who had a YouTube channel. The only thing I really watched on YouTube was VODs of high elo streams, but that's about it. As for CSGO, it's basically the same thing. I'd watch the movements of, my high elo friends and copy what they kind of do. For instance, my one friend, he would peek around corners and then go back every time he had to look at another angle. And I understand the concept of why it's good, because people would shoot reactively and then miss the shot since he backed away from the corner. But myself, I couldn't do it because I suck at the game. And when watching these streams, try and figure out why they do certain things. Like the informational streams are the best streams for this, as they explain their thought process. But for the streams who aren't as informational, at least you can see their movements, and then your job is to try and see why they do such movements, so that you could have a better understanding of the game. What I like to do is I'd put myself in the player's situation, and I would think what I would do if I were in their spot, and see if they do it. If they do something different, I try to understand why they do something different. Now, I said throughout this video, you should try and copy the pros, but do it to an extent. Sometimes they play champions like Nidalee and Azir, who are champions who aren't so great in, lower elo. Sometimes their build could be a little situational and different from what you regularly see, but that's because, it's a situational build and they gotta adapt to what's going on in the game. So yeah, if you are copying a pro in their build and, whatever they do, it's good to know the concepts behind what they do. Next up, I've been kind of saying this throughout the video, but don't blame your teammates. So blaming your teammates for mistakes they made or losing the game or whatever is definitely a good scapegoat and makes yourself feel better. But the thing is, you as a player should be blaming yourself for the death. There could have been a way to prevent, them dying, like you could have pinged them back and tell them not to get caught out. Or maybe you yourself is dying and you're blaming the jungler, even though it's not really his fault. You could have maybe warded, played safer, etc. There's a ton of things you could have, prevented your death in some way. It's definitely easier to blame someone else, but if you keep doing that, you'll never acknowledge your own mistakes and improve from those mistakes. Like every time I die, it's usually 99% my fault. That 1% where Bard throws an ultimate on his ally, yeah, that's his fault, but majority of the time, it is going to be my fault. For the next tip, playing against and with good players, this definitely helps you so much. Like when I play against good players in an off role like top lane, AD carry, mid lane, I actually learn so much when I play against them. They can definitely give me a hard time and like shit on me, but it also makes me acknowledge that I could be a better player and kind of shows me some of the mistakes I do in the laning phase. And if you do get shit on, it's definitely a wake up call to tell you that you've got a long ways to go to be a good, well in my case, AD carry. Now when I face, double lift, I think I'm gonna get shit on. But then I realize when you kind of face them, they're good, but they're not that good to your expectations. And once you realize that, it's definitely really encouraging that you're not so far away from them. And for the very last tip, have fun. If you're playing a game and you're not having fun, why are you playing it? When you have fun, you're motivated to play. You're motivated to get better, and it comes naturally because you enjoy it. You don't have to stress yourself out if you don't enjoy a game you don't like. For instance, CSGO just kind of frustrated me because I sucked at it. So I just, kind of quit because I was just getting too frustrated because it would probably take me a long time to get good at the mechanics. And everyone I kind of faced already had the mechanics, I guess. Basically, I didn't see much improvement in myself when I played it, so I kind of gave up on it and didn't really have fun with it anymore. And I only really had fun when I was playing with friends, which definitely helps improve the experience. So yeah, that's about it for my tips to improve in League of Legends. That's kind of like my mindset, or at least my old mindset, that I had when I was trying to improve at this game. The mindset I have right now to improve at League of Legends is to discover the meta, what champions are good, realizing my mistakes and how I can prevent some deaths, looking at the junglers who are better than me and how they play, and yeah, just basically playing the game and discovering things. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys learned a lot. Make sure to leave a like if you did like this video, as well as subscribing for future videos like this. And hopefully this video did kind of help you. Anyways, I am Panzer Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time. Sorry for party rocking.
Just 280s around there. Oh, he moved. Oh, inside. Nice, Matt. Good defuse.
You're lucky I'm distracting you, feel.
What do you mean, Chen? All you did was you blocked me from getting out, and then when I was shooting at them, you didn't even shoot.
No. You got out. Ow. You bastard. Yo. You made me poor.
Usually I'd be like, Matt, don't do that, but Chen, you deserve it. You fucked up.